Yeah, so I played in high school and then I played at Macomb Community College. I was a setter. Um, so yeah, I been a setter pretty much my whole life and played um, after high school, played in, tournaments probably myself for like 8 years. And then, the body just didn't let me play anymore. So
Those days are long gone for
yeah,
me, and my
long gone.
body's not letting me do anything. Um, it's been 9 years or so since the Romeo girls volleyball won the state championship. Um, what's it like to win it all?
Fun. Yeah, we won in 2014. We were the runners up in 2015. It makes you hungry to want to go back there. Um, but it's hard to get back there. There's a lot of good volleyball across the state, and um, there's a lot of good players, and we have a lot of good players. But when you match up against all these teams, it's who's good that night, and so it's really hard to get back there. But I think this year we did a really good job. We tried to make a run. We won districts and made it to regionals and had a really good game.
It
Just
was very
came up
close,
short. Yeah, it just came
like
up a
three
little
points
short.
short, I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, after winning it all, you know, what motivates you to keep going on and on? What's the next step? Win two championships, three, four, or kind of what has changed as far as the way you approach it?
Honestly, the reason why I keep going is just because I love being in the gym day to day with the girls. Honestly, I feel very fortunate to go into the gym with them every day. Practices might be my favorite, which sounds kind of funny, but you have more one-on-one time with the girls than you do in a game, and um, I just feel fortunate to be able to do that. That's like my favorite part of it. I mean, I love the games, don't get me wrong.
Gym rat, like a gym rat
Yeah,
almost.
absolutely.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the season. It was a 500 season,
Sure.
but you won districts,
Yes, we did.
and
Very exciting.
that was an exciting thing. Anchor Bay, one of the top teams. I mean, they're in that league.
Yeah, our conference is super tough. I mean, it's the toughest team or the toughest conference in the MAC. We're in the MAC Red, and all the teams that are in there in the conference, we all exchanged wins and losses with each other. So, there was a team that prevailed as the top team, but the rest of the teams, we just kind of, we won some, they won some. So, and every game was competitive. So, as strong as it is, if you look at the record, it doesn't seem like maybe we were as strong as we were, but, I'm proud of the 3-7 because those are tough games and tough wins and tough losses too.
Well, as I was looking at the highlights, I mean, it really, I mean, they were all close games. I mean, there's a lot of talent on your team, and Eisenhower's in your league, and that's tough. Those were tough ones for you. Um,
Yeah, we beat like the second time we played them. So
yeah, yeah, and but Lance Cruz North are they
they're tough. They're still in it tonight. They're playing in the regional in the quarterfinals tonight. So
and they must have a super squad.
yeah, they do. They're across the MAC. You say super squad. I feel like you could say that about most of the teams or all the teams in the MAC Red because they are. There's a lot of great athletes. A lot of these kids work on their skills all year round. Trying to get better every single day, and it shows. Like in the gym, the volleyball game has gotten better over the years. You even look at it 10 years ago, the teams are stronger than they were, 10 years ago. And that just goes to how hard these girls work day in and day out.
Yeah, that was my problem in high school. I didn't work hard enough, and so that's mostly where my sports career ended was on the high school field. But you got to the end of the season, and from like October 19th, I mean, you guys won like 5 matches in a row before the regionals.
Yeah, I think we found a lineup that worked for us. We had throughout the season kind of trying to see where things were, and we didn't end up in a traditional lineup. We, a 5-1-6-2. We were a 6-2. I'm not sure, but in our lineup, it was a little unorthodox, but it worked for us.
What caused you to want to change that lineup? I mean, what were you thinking something different? How were you thinking?
We were just trying to maximize the skills of the players that were on the court. And, in some of our rotations, we were getting stuck in certain areas, and it just kind of pulled the best out of all the players that we had on the court. And we put it out there. So it did work. You know, we started it against the Ike game, and then after that, we did really, really well. Kind of wish we would have fell into that a little sooner, but, you know, we got there. So that's the most
You have
important
to
part.
peak at the right time.
Right.
So that's the important